brings you here? Tell me about it.
Hey, did you bring your swim truck?
Is there a swing? Is there a zip line?
No, this one will kill you.
Is there
200
something?
degrees. 200.
Oh, that's not that hot.
3 or 4 times a year they find some drunk girl in there.
That's awesome. Grabby clutch. We found that already. It sounds and feels like 2 bricks rubbing together. When it grabs, it grabs. I think it's just the nature of the clutch design. That's the original clutch. I'm sure that we didn't put a new one in there before. I think we're headed to Carlin first and then south towards Eureka, and then we're going to go west on 50 to Virginia City. That's the plan. It's going to be, I think the high is like low 50s today, but I've got my heated gloves on, baby. I turned them on before I put them on my fingers, and I was like, wow, this is great. Goodbye, Jamie and Victor Blood. Thanks for having me. And goodbye, Elko, Nevada. See you again sometime soon. So I'm at a rest stop about 30 miles west of Eureka, Nevada. And it started getting really cold and I started getting suspicious it was about to rain. And luckily there was a rest stop here with a small covered picnic table. So I pulled in here and trying to wait out the storm. I don't know if it's much of a storm, but it was enough to get me wet if I'd have kept on riding. So, but this, it's kind of a stark contrast from a couple, let's see, 3 years ago I came through here. I was coming this direction. The first time on the loneliest highway for any long stretch, but it was quite the contrast because I think it was about 102 when I came through here, and it was brutal. And I stopped here, and it was almost, check out the old, they are getting it. That does not sound like a Volkswagen engine in there. I wonder what they got in there. Anyway, it was quite the contrast in temperature. It's about 46 right now and wet. Back then it was 102 and very, very dry and kind of miserable. I really enjoyed riding through the mountains, but it was so freaking hot. It took a lot out of it. But that's yeah, I guess that's just part of the game. I don't know that there's a perfect time to come through here, but my guess is the perfect time is maybe a couple, 3 weeks from now when it starts warming up just enough. Like it's going to be 70 tomorrow where I'm going. I'm going to Dayton, Nevada. It's supposed to be the warmest place in northern Utah, but yeah, it's chilly out here. But I just thought it was an interesting contrast because I stopped here 3 years ago and I was miserable. And I sat and I think I drank about a half gallon of water because I was a little bit dehydrated and buzzing across the desert. It just wasn't comfortable. Now it's uncomfortable in the other direction. Like if I had some warm gloves on, I'm trying to save my batteries on those gloves over there on the table. I'm trying to save those batteries for riding. So I don't know if anybody has noticed that my videos are not shot in 4K. I wonder if anybody has noticed that. What do you think about this amazing scenery? I mean, that's what's making it all worthwhile. If it was just miserable, if it was just miserable and cold and I'm riding across the desert, it would be much less enjoyable. But I think earlier today, it got up around 50 degrees. And by earlier, I mean like a couple hours ago, I was riding south to get here, to get to 50. And got it just above 50 degrees. And I was having such a good time. I was glad to have the heated gloves then too, but I was having such a good time just enjoying the scenery,
And now it makes me wonder, would I rather be really cold or really hot? That's kind of a hard question to answer. That is a hard question to answer. Hey, how about does anybody want to ride along with me? I think that might be a little bit interesting. You guys kind of see what I'm seeing. That's why I really like this selfie stick. I can do several different kinds of modes. I could just jack it up, stick it over the windshield, and have the best view possible. Yeah, this selfie stick allows me to jack the camera up above the windshield where you can see a perfect view. I can twist it around, give you a 360 view instead of having to horse around with a stupid warp field of view 360 camera. I can turn around and face me, so I could basically have a three camera setup in one camera just with this selfie stick. I don't blog that much. And this is what I call a blog. Vlogging to me is boring, freaking every day riding on a motorcycle and talking while you're got the camera recording. That's just not interesting to me. Travelog is interesting. Maybe that's not interesting to everybody. Maybe everybody just wants the daily nonsense. Let me tell you about what I had for lunch today. Let me tell you about that lady at the laundromat. Let me tell you about I went down to the DMV. Hell, I'm having a great adventure, and it's hard enough for me to tell that story. But also, there's something compelling about motor vlogging because there's lots of people that do it and lots of people that watch it. So it makes you think. Am I just the only dumbass out there? I enjoy doing them, so... Oh, there's Bob Scott right there. That's the campground I was thinking about staying at, but of course it's closed.
I really got hooked up with this fantastic stealth camping spot in the middle of town in Nevada. Check this out. Nothing but geese and the flow of water to wake me up in the morning. It's just beautiful out here. And it's in the middle of the town. There's only one problem. It's on a major freaking thoroughfare. This thing was busy last night and it's busy this morning. And I knew it coming in, but yeah. I was so tired last night it didn't bother me. I mean, there was a lot of traffic last night until probably midnight, but yeah, where are these people coming from and where are they going? There's got to be something going on. I guess there's gold mining going on over here too. Great day riding yesterday. Fantastic. It was pretty freaking cold, and Jamie gave me the hookup, the tip that Dayton, Nevada, and this is Dayton. Dayton, Nevada is going to be the warmest place in northern Nevada. And he was right. I rode all day in 46, 48 degree weather. Got down here as the sun's going down, and it's 66 degrees. So, yeah, just glad to be here. It's a beautiful spot. It's kind of ugly over behind me. I mean, it's just like trash and stuff behind me, but kind of cool rocks and trash over there. But my guy Dave over there pulled in, and I was like, hey, there's trees over here. It's on the river. Looks like cottonwoods maybe. And I saw Dave over there working on one of his little motorcycles, and I rolled over there and said, hey man, just hoping to throw a hammock. He's like, I don't care. Landlord probably don't care if she's even around. And he said there may be some trees down here further that are maybe better suited, and I found it. This is it. A little bit too close to the water, a little bit sketchy walking around when I don't have any balance. I don't have balance even with two legs. My balance is gone. But it's really bad with one leg. Walk around like an old man for at least 20, 30 minutes, and then things start loosening up and I get a little bit more balance. But don't have any propane butane canisters, so I'm not having coffee. I'm not making it before I pack up. Damn, look at this traffic. It just doesn't stop. It's slowing down, which means the noise is getting less. But anyway, look at this river, man. I want y'all to just look at this for a little bit. So I got to try to retell the story of the incident at the quick shop across the street last night. I had to tell it while it was fresh on my mind, and I even screwed it up then. But I roll over there to grab some beer and a snack, uh, so I can relax from my long, hard day of riding. I think I did 350 miles last night. Anyway, I roll over there, grab some beer and some snacks, and walk up to the counter. And my dude is in front of me, rapping with the clerk, and he's clearly annoying this clerk, and he's saying all kinds of stupid stuff like, you guys know everybody, and I don't know. I don't know what all he was saying, but he was annoying the clerk. He was annoying me, and finally he won't move over. He doesn't know there's two guys behind him, or doesn't care. Probably more likely he doesn't care. He's just a jerk. So I just stroll up to the counter, put my stuff down on the counter, and the clerk looks at me, and I push it forward to the clerk. The guy won't even move won't acknowledge me. He's just completely engaged in this pointless conversation with the clerk. Guy rings me up. He's still standing there in the way. Finally, by the time I'm actually starting to pay, the guy's starting to walk out. I grab my stuff and walk out. I'm putting the stuff on my bike, and dude comes rolling by in his truck and says,
How many miles you got on him? I said, a lot. He says, a lot, huh? Kind of like he's got me beat, like I know better. I ride more than you do. Anyway, he's looking at my tires and he says, I see you got knobby tires on there. You need to trade those in for street tires. Just trust me. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And he said, just trust me. And I said, trust you? Trust the guy that's driving a truck? And he says, yeah, you know what I mean. I said, dude, I have no fucking idea what you mean. It's the most bizarre conversation you can have at a gas station. If I was an 18-year-old kid and he's a, 60-something-year-old man and he wants to tell the youngster what all, clearly we're probably very close to the same age. And hell, I've done stupid stuff like that at a gas station, trying to tell the young whippersnapper that what he needs to do and how he needs to do it. But that was 20, 30 years ago, too. But yeah, that's the feel that I got from it. But it was also like, dude, you don't know anything about me. What the hell do you think you're going to give me advice on knobby tires? Do you even know what knobby tires are for? That was my idea. That's really what I should have said. It was just bizarre. It's bizarre that somebody could presume to know what the hell you're doing on your motorcycle. I don't know. He was drunk, or he was just an asshole, or both. I don't know. It's just bizarre. Because otherwise, it's a very nice town. Dave, my boy over there, with the old stuff. He's got like several old outboard engines hanging right in front of his old Ford that's for sale. He's got a 3-wheeler. He's got a couple of scooters over there. Dave's a pretty cool guy. Anyway, nice river. What do you think?
So it's pretty well known that Brian's driveway is very treacherous. Funny thing is, I made it up past the 2 treacherous parts and came here, made it up to the top cabin to go check that out, came back down, stopped, put my foot down, and thought it was where I wanted it to be, but it wasn't. And the bike started going, and there was nothing I could do because I don't have a leg on this side.